So what I'm going to do is just do a quick video on how to open this tool, tighten that stand if you are having that problem, and we would recommend doing it. So the first thing is there's two rubbers on top. You need to just get them off it. So however you can find to kind of get it off, we'd normally kind of recommend something kind of thin, like a little blade that can just pop it up. Slowly pop it up, and that's all they are. Just take out the second one. And that's the second one out. So you now have two holes here where there's screws. Just need to open those screws. So once you have those screws out, you need to get this top cover off. So you might just have to pry with your fingers. That fella's off. You can see there's two more screws here, two more there. You just need to open them then next. Once them screws are opened, that'll just lift off like that. So that's kind of what you're left with then. So the next thing to do is you need to get this rubber casing off. So we'd recommend just kind of like a thin blade, just kind of slot it down in between the crack here and just pop it up like that, and do that kind of on both sides. And once you've done that, then you can just peel that back, and this cover will just peel off. It'll pop out and it'll just come off like that. So then you're just left with the plastic tablet. Next thing to do then is going to be open up all the screws in these holes on the back cover. So that's the next thing to do. Once you have the last screw out, then you slowly want to kind of separate the cover from this, and just be careful because there is a cable that's connected on the cover. You can then just place it down beside that one, and if the charging stand is loose, your problem is going to be those screws on either of the handles. Sometimes they can pull up, they can start to kind of come up a bit, and you just have to retighten them again just to keep the charging stand safe. Yeah, and kind of what happens is these screws comes up, this fella kind of pops up, and it kind of starts to eat into the board itself. So all you really need to do is just make sure they're good and tight, and then once they're good and tight, then you can start to put it back together. So it's just kind of going everything in reverse. Case back onto it, and then start to put your screws back into all these holes. So once you have your screws back in, then you can go ahead and put this cover back onto it. The easiest way is just kind of get the top half of it into it first, just push it down onto it. And once you have her down, then you can just kind of square it up on the top and push her down. She should sit in nice that side. Then you just want to pull these over the bottom like that and just push that onto it as well. And then you kind of want to push the the rubbers down, flatten it so they're fairly level. Once they look like they kind of sit comfortably, they're fine. Now you get bits like this where, say, this bit is kind of bellying up here, and you just need to run your finger along and push it into it. Might take a little bit of play, but it'll go back into it. It's kind of the same here. Just might need to push your fingers in to get it to go down into it. Yeah, and that's kind of it then. Once you're happy enough, then you can put back on this top piece onto it. It doesn't matter which way it comes, or which, if the screws are on the other side this time, it's still all the same. So just tighten that up. And then once that's tight, I'm going to put this one back on. And once this is good and tight, then you can go back then to put in these last two screws. And then the last thing then is just to push back in the rubber caps on top, and just double check then the stand and make sure the tool is okay, and